Halloween is nothing like what it used to be, and that genuinely breaks my heart. Because firstly, many people on TikTok are saying that they're going to be keeping their porch lights off this year to indicate that they won't be handing out candy on Halloween, so don't come knocking because of how expensive it's becoming to buy. Guys, that is $30 for a bag of miniature chocolates. Not even full-sized bars. And these corporations expect people to be able to afford that? Halloween is widely celebrated in the US, which means to accommodate the amount of candy that families would be handing out on Halloween night for free, they'd be having to buy multiple bags, which would be damn near $100. And it makes it even more disgusting when you realize that these corporations that sell these $30 bags of candy pay their employees minimum wage, which means that not even an hour's worth of work from an employee who works at that grocery store can buy a bag of candy. After doing an hour's worth of work, they cannot buy a bag of candy for Halloween. Let that sink in. And it just makes me sad to see these videos because Halloween has already become a dying tradition with people caring more about aesthetics and looking as dull as possible with their costumes, that the one last saving grace of Halloween, being the candy, is quickly being ripped away from people. They're stripping the fun of Halloween away from kids by doing this, because if their parents can't afford the candy and more people are boycotting Halloween this year by not buying this candy and leaving their porch lights off on Halloween, then what the hell are all of these kids across America going to be doing for a night? They should be able to have the exact same experiences that their parents had on Halloween when they were their age. It's simply not fair. Now, keep in mind, I was seeing comments saying, oh, the price for Halloween has been that high forever now. Why are you complaining? But if you go back to videos posted in just 2023, where people are showing the Halloween candy aisle, the prices are drastically different, with prices ranging from $16.98, $12.56, and even going as low as $9.94. All of these prices are nowhere near as egregious as they are this year, and it hasn't even been an entire 2 years since then. I also think it's worthy to mention that for the past couple of years, there has been a significant decline in kids going out for trick-or-treating on Halloween. So if there's less and less people going to the doors and knocking for candy, there's going to be less and less of a demand to buy the candy. Because if this new generation of kids don't want to go trick-or-treating anymore, then there's even less of an incentive to spend $30 on a bag of candy if there's going to be no one to show up to collect it. Which is what makes this $30 price tag even more frustrating. Because I know that if kids were going out on Halloween night dressed in their costumes and ringing doorbells for candy, I don't think people would mind spending $30 on the bag, you know? I mean, it's not even just the candy that soured people on celebrating Halloween. It's also the god-awful Halloween decorations that retail stores are putting on their shelves during the season nowadays. Because what in God's name is that? Sparkly pink ghosts wearing bows? Really? How is that scary? When has pink ever been associated with Halloween? What is this obsession with bows? It is horrific to look at, and not in the good way. And I know that most people don't leave Halloween decorations out all year round, but this is something that nobody, not a single soul on this planet would even want in their house during Halloween time. So who the hell was this made for? I'm not saying Halloween has to be scary, but why does it have to be glittery and girly? And if you think I'm over-exaggerating about how bad Halloween decorations are this year, just look at how ugly this pathetic excuse of a ghost is. Am I just out of touch? Because, again, where on earth is this disco ball covered trend coming from? And why do companies think that there's a demand for this crap? Like, it's not even just about Halloween originally meaning to be scary either. It's also the fact that these companies aren't even giving us the classic traditional fall/autumn decorations either. Like, everything they're producing right now is purely inspired by micro trends that aren't meant to be used again the next year, as they'll be considered, quote, tacky, so you'll have to come back to their stores and buy even more from them next October to stay trendy. They know that if they make timeless decor, people will never come back because of how timeless it is. So let's produce the ugly garbage that'll be thrown away in 2 months instead, shall we? Is it any wonder why they're already having 60% off sales for their Halloween decorations, despite the fact that a majority of these companies haven't even started putting out their Christmas decorations yet? Because it's still the beginning of October. They're putting it on sale because it's simply not selling. None of this feels like traditional Halloween. And that is what people want. People don't want disco balls shaped like bats in their house. People don't want pink plastic gravestones that say rest in peace feelings in their house. People don't want cheap, hot, pink velvet pumpkins in their house. And so they have to put it on sale this early into the month because nobody wants it. Sales like this should be happening after Halloween. And no, I'm not lying. Everyone is disgusted by the not scary, pastel, wannabe aesthetic, try-hard cutesy, glittery, harmless, soft and fuzzy, candy-ish, summery Halloween that they're trying to push on everyone. And people are yearning to return to what Halloween used to look like, because true Halloween enthusiasts look forward to the classics every year, not the trash that they put on shelves now. Look, I understand that people have different aesthetics, but that is literally the core of the problem. The reason there is so much rampant overconsumption when it comes to Halloween now is because for some reason, everybody thinks that it needs to fit their own personal aesthetics. Otherwise it's garbage and they're not gonna buy it. Back in the 90s and 2000s, or really, like years and years before then, the color palette was orange, green, purple, and black. The decorations were all pumpkins, skeletons, gravestones, cats, ghosts, and witches. Everyone unanimously agreed to that aesthetic and embraced it. Now it has to be pink and have a bow on it and be shiny like a disco ball, because that is what's currently trending on TikTok, and I need trendy TikTok items in my house. Do you see why people say that Halloween is dying now?
Oh, the Halloween store is open. I'll go to the Halloween store to look at all the different, setups they have and give myself some serotonin. I love the Halloween store. Except for the Halloween store every year has gotten less and less exciting because they've stopped putting up their things. And this is the only display there is in the entire store. And it's 2 storefronts worth of space. They have a rat, a clown, a skeleton, and then this twisted grandma. And in the whole store, these are the only 4. It's in this one space, because this is how you check out the entire collection now. I have to scan a QR code and watch it on my phone. There's only 4 of them that I can stand here and actually look at. Really? That was incredibly disappointing.
And technology is also destroying this beloved holiday. And this is another reason why Halloween, even seasonal stores dedicated to the holiday, don't feel the same anymore. Because instead of trying to scare the kids that come into the store with those animatronics and impress the older Halloween enthusiasts with the lifelike decorations they've been working on all year, specifically for this season, instead they put everything that you could have on a board with a QR code so you can watch how scary these decorations have the potential to be in real life on the screen of your iPhone. And then, if you like what you see on your iPhone, you order it online and not purchase it from the actual store itself. Is that not the entire point of the physical store? So that people don't have to shop online? Oh, and by the way, Spirit Halloween uses AI-generated models on their packaging to sell to the general public. So it's like, if you're not even paying real people to model your products and are using AI to generate them wearing your products for free, then why are you cutting so many costs by not displaying animatronics in your store? Where's all this money going to? I've never seen more of a cheapskate company in my life. US dollars, 115 Canadian dollars, 121 Australian dollars. Yep, all of that money for a single pumpkin made out of foam. These companies are losing their absolute goddamn minds if they think that is even anywhere near worth $10. You can literally get an entire real pumpkin at a pumpkin patch or a grocery store for $3.99, meaning you could buy 20 actual pumpkins for the price of one styrofoam pumpkin from Michael's. And that just sickens me to my core. So on top of Halloween candy being unaffordable, trick or treat becoming a dying tradition, Halloween decorations getting less and less scary and more micro trend based, and Halloween animatronics requiring scanning a QR code on your iPhone to see what they look like in real life, we now have the cheapest material known to man being sold for $100 to price people out of decorating their homes for the season. What the hell else is left for people to do during Halloween, guys? At this point, it's becoming an impossible holiday to celebrate now.
Halloween Instagram caption ideas based on your costumes, part 5. Starting off, if you're being Cupid for Halloween, target practice, shoot your shot, or fall in love again and again.
There's 1 month until Halloween, and I don't know about you, but I've already started thinking about my Instagram post. So if you're also like me and you want to like plan ahead, then I'm gonna help you out. These are some captions that you guys could use for Halloween. Next, if you're gonna be Alice in Wonderland, you could say, "We're all mad here." That one would be super cute if you're doing like a group picture as well.
Halloween Instagram captions based on your costume. If you plan on being the Joker for Halloween, you could do "Why so serious?" "Joke's on you," and "Put on a happy face."
Guys, has anyone in the history that Halloween has been celebrated, has anybody cared about something as dull as this? You know, back in my day, people used to plan their Halloween costumes or prepare for their Halloween parties, or think about the spookiest or the most creative way they could decorate their homes for Halloween to outdo their neighbors and be the talk of the town on Halloween night. And now, the only thing people care about is what we're going to write in our Instagram captions that relate to our costume. Like we're 2 years old and have never tried to put a sentence together or have ever had a single coherent thought. We are cooked if we care more about Instagram captions than anything else there is to care about on Halloween night. Oh my god. And you know what hurts the most? After all of this BS that we've spoken about in this video, we can't even turn to people putting effort into their Halloween costumes and creating some truly unforgettable looks, because apparently, Gen Z's idea of an iconic costume is dressing as Remy and Linguini from Ratatouille, which is a great costume, but they want to wear white corsets, of course, white skirts, and a simple pair of animal ear headbands and a chef's hat, so you're not completely confused as to who's supposed to be who, even though I doubt that people would know first glance what you're supposed to be. And if they asked you, "Oh, what are you?" and they say, "Oh, we're Remy and Linguini from Ratatouille," they'd be like, "Really? Never would have guessed, never would have known, because Remy and Linguini don't look like that, do they?" So on top of how terrible Halloween is already becoming, we can't even count on the costumes being good anymore to be our one last saving grace. Because every single character from every single piece of media ever has suddenly always worn a corset, apparently. Again, as I've said, you don't have to dress scary on Halloween. But if you're gonna dress as a chef and a rat, then actually commit to the goddamn bit and actually have some goddamn fun for once. Ugh. Because it's actually insane how lazy people are getting when it comes to already lazy costumes. Like dressing as a chef and wearing a full body rat onesie has to be amongst the easiest costumes known to man. And yet, y'all still corsetify it because y'all have become too scared to take Halloween too seriously, as if that isn't the entire goddamn point of the holiday to begin with. And the reason Halloween is becoming so boring now is because Gen Zs on TikTok won't allow anybody to dress up as the Lorax anymore because it's, quote, unfunny and, quote, popular girl humor. So apparently to Gen Zs on TikTok, girls on Halloween can't have fun anymore. They can't have a little joke anymore. They can't try to make other people laugh anymore. Because one person said it's unfunny, so now everyone thinks it's unfunny. And now you must dress as something plain and boring, otherwise you're cringe. My hair's a goddamn mess. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? My hair is sweating. I can't believe I just showed that. Put the hat back on. I feel naked without it. And what is that? Like, honestly, what? This video has made me so angry I can't even get my hair right anymore. Anyways, guys. Thank you for watching me crash out. I appreciate it. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys!